Okay, welcome to Daily 3D Revolve. Today I'm going to be doing the Design Spark Mechanical tutorial, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a wedding ring. And we're going to go ahead and add some colors to it as well. So we'll go ahead and go to New, create a new design. This is going to be in millimeters. So we're going to go ahead and click this or V on the keyboard, which puts it in plan view. The first thing you want to do is the measurements that I'm doing here might not necessarily match your measurements. You're going to have to take measurements. So I'm assuming that we're going to do a 30 millimeter ring diameter. So what we're going to do, we only have to do half of it. So we're going to make a line 15 millimeters out. And then this is where we're going to draw our shape from. So we're going to go ahead and click. Let me see if I want to do a, okay, let's go ahead and get the line tool. And we're going to create a line up. Let's go 4 millimeters. I'd like to make this this ring 8 millimeters thick. So we'll go 4 up. We'll come 4 down. To get rid of that, normally I come up here and I hit select, but you can also do escape. That'll take that off of there. Okay, now we're going to add some thickness to the ring. So we'll come out maybe 3 millimeters. I'm going to undo that real quick. What I'm going to also do is go ahead and right mouse click on this. We're going to set this as a mirror. And we're going to right mouse click, set that as a mirror. So then we only have to draw. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Why is it? Okay, undo that. It looks like it's, let's undo that. Okay, we'll just go ahead and draw because I needed to put one here, but I'm going to go ahead and just get the line tool. We'll just come out 3 millimeters. We're going to come down at an angle like this. Let's undo. Let's do a couple of undos. I'm going to actually make this a mirror line. Right mouse click, set as mirror. Then we're going to go ahead and draw. There we go. Okay, we'll go out 3 millimeters. We're going to come down like this. Come in. I'm going to put a little notch in the wedding ring. So let's undo that. Come from there. Come in. Then come down. Escape. Okay, so we're going to have a shape like this. Let's Control plus to zoom in. Let's pan over. I'm going to smooth these corners out a little bit. So we're going to put let's turn off the snaps first of all. We're going to put a fillet in there. We'll go maybe 1 millimeter fillet. And we're going to do one here so this isn't sharp. I'm going to put one here. 0.3. 0.3. Okay, so that's going to be our groove. And then I'm going to put, let's put a chamfer right here. Let's go ahead and go to pull. Let's change this to, let's click here. Pull. Actually wanted a chamfer in there, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and go to pull. We'll just, oops, undo. All right, let's go back to here and then go ahead and grab the fillet tool. We're going to come up here and click chamfer mode, and then we're going to go do like this and put a 0.6 chamfer in there. So when we revolve that around, this is going to be a little opening right there. Okay, so we'll try this, see what this looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna put a line right here where we need to revolve this from. So I'm gonna get the line tool, turn on my snaps. We'll just put a line right here. At this point, we can go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, now we're gonna go to pull. I'm gonna select this. We're gonna go to revolve. We're gonna revolve it around here, and then we're gonna do full pull. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and spin this. This would be our ring. What we can do is go ahead and soften up this edge right here. So we'll pull, oops, undo. Let's click off. Let's go to pull. We'll pull a little fillet in there. Do the same right here. Okay. Now I'm thinking I'm going to pull this in closer. I don't want this extreme of a gap, so I'm going to actually pull this closer there so it's subtle. Okay, that's exactly what I needed. I want a subtle ring in here, and then I want the chamfered edges here so it would fit onto your finger nicely. Let's do Control minus. Okay, now we're going to add some colors to this. I'm going to show you how to do that. So first of all, you want to come over and select your solid. Then you want to click until you get this ring up here. So let's go back to selecting the solid. Okay, it's going to click off of it no matter what I do, so I'm trying to avoid clicking off of it, but I guess we don't have an option to that. So we're going to go to the colors here. So these are some of the colors that we can choose from. There is kind of a gold color, so that's how you would change that to the gold color. Do it like this. Now if you really wanted to make this ring a gold color, we could go and get a gold texture. So I'll show you how to do that. We go to New on our browser, we type in gold textures. Then we're going to get something like this. We'll go to images, and then we're going to pick one that would look nice on our ring. I kind of like this one right here, so we'll click on that one, and then we're going to do on your keyboard there's a Windows short key symbol that's right next to the Alt key. It's going to be Windows Shift S, and that's going to bring up the snippet window, and then we're going to take a little snippet like this. Okay, then we're going to go to our previous programs. We'll go to the paint. We're going to click there, do Control V, which is paste. Then we're going to crop. Now we're going to go File, Save As. Save it as a JPEG. Desktop, we'll call this gold. We'll go ahead and hit save. Then we can close all this stuff up. Okay, now we're going to come back to here. We're going to click once to get that little box. We're going to click this. We're going to come down to more colors. We're going to go over here to textures. Then we're going to go change this no texture, and we're going to go down to the bottom, which is diffuse. Then there's no images in there, so we need to load one. So we're going to go add. Then we're going to add this gold. So we'll double click. Now it's in there. So we'll go ahead and say OK. Okay, so now it put that gold texture on the bar that we selected. So now we're going to have to go do that to all these pieces. So, or wherever we want that gold to be, we're going to have to apply that ring. So we'll go to here. Then we're going to come down to more colors. Go to texture. We're going to click this one, and then we're going to say OK. Okay, so it didn't put it on there. Maybe you can only do one at a time. Let's try one at a time. So we'll go here, go to this, go to the drop down arrow, more colors. We'll go to textures. Oh, I didn't add diffuse. Sorry about that. Diffuse, this one. Still not adding it. Okay, let's try this again. Let's select these. Go to this one. Drop down arrow, more textures, texture, change this to diffuse, click that one. Okay, you have to click that one. It has to show up in here, and then go ahead and hit OK. Okay, so now we put the textures on here. So I'm going to go do the same in the middle there. So we'll go get that. We'll go to more textures. We'll go to textures. We'll change this drop down arrow and put diffuse. We'll select that, make sure this is in the middle, then we'll click OK. Okay, so this is what and you are going to get this little sampling, It just has to do with resolution. Whatever the resolution is of the image that you're copied, that's what's going to go there. So you can see that this goes maybe this from here to here, and then that's it. Then it repeats itself. So you'll have to mess around with that stuff. But basically, this is how you would make a gold looking ring. We could change that piece right there. Go to more. Go to the texture setting, change from no texture to diffuse, click here. And now you can adjust this stuff in here in your U and V scale. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. It all depends. Design Spark Mechanical is not really a program that you would add textures to it. You do something like Rhino. But anyhow, this is how you would add some gold to this ring. So okay, so we're going to end the tutorial there. This is a Design Spark Mechanical tutorial on how to create a man's wedding ring, 30 millimeters in diameter, and then how we're going to add textures to it. Also, if you wanted to add just a regular texture, you could just come in here, click that, just click the drop down arrow, and then just pick one of these colors, gold colors, and then you got it in there. So just come up here. Whatever color you want to select, it's going to change. So it could go red. That's an easier way to get all the textures in there, and rather than having to mess around with changing the U and the V scale on these. But and get these colors. These colors are opaque, so if you want something to show through, you would use these colors. If you want something solid, you'd go ahead and use these colors. And then if you want something that's custom, you would go to more colors. You come up here, put in your RGB value, and you get a color. If you want that to be black, you could select black. It makes it black. That's kind of interesting. It's half black, half gold. Anyhow, that's how you would create a ring, and that's how you would add textures to it. We did a JPEG texture up here, and then we did a solid color down here. Okay, hopefully you enjoyed watching and you got some useful tips out of the video. And as always, thanks for watching.